सर्वांनी जॉईन व्हा. I will give you 2 minutes to join immediately. Immediately join her so that we will resume our second part. Okay, we will resume our lecture. I also have taken a short break of 2 minutes. Only 36 participants still. Please join immediately those who are not joined yet. Okay, chalo. Slum test I am discussing. So in the slum contest, very much important whenever you are working on the site. You have to pour the concrete in that slum cone and then you have to test what results you are getting, and based on that you can determine, actually going to determine the workability of the concrete which has been required. Now in this particular workability, always remember, for a slab whenever you are going to prepare a concrete for the slab, the workability range is in between 50 to 70 mm. Just 50 to 70 mm. The slump value is okay. That is why I told you that slab concrete is somewhat dense. Okay, the workability is low on the lower side. Slump value is 50 to 70 mm. Then for other structures like our beam and column, it may be from up to 100 mm. We are having the slump value 100 to 120. 120 is the highly workable concrete. We are not going for that much digit also, but up to 100 mm, 100, that is okay. It's a good workable concrete that we are having. Okay, so slump value for slab is generally 50 to 70 mm. That is low workability, that I can say. Low workability doesn't mean it is not what we call एक चांगल्या क्वालिटीचं कॉन्क्रीट नाही आहे असं म्हणत नाही आपण त्याला. इट्स स्लम्प व्हॅल्यू इज लिटिल बिट लोअर. इट्स अ डेन्स कॉन्क्रीट दॅट वी आर हॅव्हिंग. ओके, it's a dense concrete that you are having. Then I think I hope this will clear your all ideas about the concrete pour cards and what we need to check. That is our checklist, I can say, for the project. The next part is the materials. In the materials, as I said, grade of cement very much important. OPC 53 grade of cement or Ultratech super cement you are using. Then checking the physical properties like size of porous aggregate, flakiness index, cement make, life of cement, mode of mixing, whether it's hand, machine, batch mixing or RMC, water is to cement ratio. It play a major role. Water is to cement ratio, then moisture content. Okay, all these parameters will play a major role in your site execution work. Okay, flakiness index again very much important. As per our IS 380 6 part 4, that flakiness and elongation, combined flakiness and elongation index should not be more than 40%. Okay, combined flakiness and elongation index I'm telling. Individually, if you are going to calculate separately, flakiness index around 15% and elongation index, it should not be more than 25%. Okay, 15 to 25%. So these things you need to consider. That is why whatever the practicals you have learned in the concrete technology as well as in advanced concrete technology, these are of most important, because whenever you are going to meet the site, you have to familiarize. Once again, you have to study all such tests, because this is the what I can say inherent part of that particular site execution life. ठीक आहे, एक अविभाज्य घटक आहे ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही साईटवरती काम करणार आहात. ठीक आहे, तुम्हाला वॉटर इज टू सिमेंट रेशो हे खूप चांगलं नॉलेज पाहिजे. मेकिंग ऑफ रेन्फोर्समेंट स्टील कुठून आलेलं आहे, काय क्वालिटीचं स्टील आहे, त्याची खरंच कुठली टेस्ट घ्यायला पाहिजे आपण. स्टील साठी मी काल जसं सांगितलं तुम्हाला, अल्टिमेट टेन्साईल स्ट्रेंथ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट फॅक्टर, देन पर्सेंटेज इलॉंगेशन आणि त्याची बेंड रिबेंड टेस्ट. आता बहुतांशी सिलेबस मध्ये बेंड रिबेंड टेस्ट नाहीये, पण मी बेंड रिबेंड टेस्ट स्वतः परफॉर्म खूप वेळेस केलेली आहे. काय नाही, एक बार जो रेन्फोर्समेंट बार आहे तुमचा 1 मीटरचा, ऍट फर्स्ट इट इज गोइंग टू बेंड ऍट अन अँगल ऑफ 135 डिग्री, 135 डिग्री. सुरुवातीला जो फ्लॅट रॉड असेल त्याचा अँगल किती असणार आहे, 0 to 180 टोटल. ठीक आहे, त्यानंतर तुम्ही त्याला सेंट्रली लोड अप्लाय करता सेंटर पॉइंट वरती. म्हणजे 1 मीटर बार आहे तर करेक्टली अर्ध्या मीटर वरती जो अर्ध्या मीटर डिस्टन्स घ्यायचा आणि त्याच्यावरती लोड अप्लाय करायचं, सेंटर पॉइंट लोडिंग. ठीक आहे, लोड अप्लाय केल्यानंतर बार हा तुमच्या दोन्ही बाजूने मधल्या जिथं लोड अप्लाय करताय तिथं तो बार बेंड होणार आहे. ठीक आहे, मग हा बार बेंड किती व्हायला पाहिजे, तो जो अँगल असेल 0 to 180 जो होता तो 135 डिग्री आला पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, 135 म्हणजे इकडून 23 डिग्री, इकडून 23 डिग्री, लाईकवाईज 22 23 डिग्री. आणि परत त्याच पॉइंट वरती जिथं एकदा तो वाकवलाय त्याच पॉइंट वरती त्याला रिबेंड केलं जातं 157 डिग्री मध्ये. हे कशासाठी करतात बेंड रिबेंड टेस्ट? Once again I'm going to repeat for you, because when the bar is get bent and if you are going to observe the micro cracks, कसे ऑब्झर्व करायचे, डायथॅलिनचं सोल्युशन असतं. ठीक आहे, त्या डायथॅलिनचं सोल्युशन जो पार्ट बेंड केलाय बारचा त्यावरती ते टाकलं जातं. किंवा जर तुमच्याकडे सोल्युशन नसेल, यू कॅन टेक ए हॉट वॉटर, गरम पाणी घ्यायचं, उकळतं पाणी घ्यायचं, पुट युअर बार इन वॉट एव्हर द बेंड पोर्शन ऑफ दॅट बार, पुट इट अँड थ्रो त्याच्यामध्ये 5 मिनिटं ठेवा. ठेवल्यानंतर त्याच्या बाहेर काढायचा आहे. बाहेर काढल्यानंतर तुम्ही ऑब्झर्व करताल तो एरिया सगळा क्लीन झालेला असतो. डस्ट वगैरे जर काय असेल, काही जर इम्प्युरिटीज जर त्या बारमध्ये असतील तर ते रिमूव्ह होतात. आणि इफ यू ऑब्झर्व अ क्रॅक इज गोइंग टू हॅपन, तिथे जर तुम्हाला क्रॅक जर दिसलाय तर तो बार बांधकामासाठी वापरत नाहीत, कधीच वापरत नाही. कारण आपल्याकडे अल्टरनेट बेंटअप बार्स टाकले जातात स्लॅब मध्ये. ठीक आहे, बार हा बेंटअप केला जातो. ठीक आहे. सो these qualities of the reinforcement material need to be checked, need to be addressed. Okay. uh, the next is progress of the RCC works. Then date of casting of the slab. I think we have completed this part yesterday. I just forgot. Still we have repeated. Okay, let it be. Those who are absent, they are having a good revision of that. So extra items, now we are going to focus on. Extra items are the items which are not covered in the original BOQ. As I said earlier, you have prepared the bill of quantity, that is your measurement sheet, and some extra items untoward by default you require whenever you are working on the site. Okay, that is not enlisted in our previous estimate what we have prepared. That extra items we are adding it newly. So again, you need to maintain a separate register for whatever the extra items that is required. These items shall executed after the receipt of specific orders from the concerned authorities. Rate analysis for these items shall be worked out either from the rate analysis of the sanction estimate or from the market rate as per the agreement conditions. So whatever the extra items that we have included, we have to do the rate analysis for that extra items. Now, what is rate analysis? Rate analysis means cost analysis, basically how much cost we require. Okay, suppose I have purchased cement bag, or I want to add a 10 meter cube extra concrete. So for 10 meter cube extra concrete, how much quantity of cement I require, how much quantity of coarse aggregate that I require, how much quantity of fine aggregate that I require, I am going to newly add it, and I am going to newly prepare the estimate for the same. Okay, that is what we have to mention over there. Then if there is any deviation in the quantities of these items during the execution are observed, the deviation of such items shall be recorded as in the deviation statement and shall be got approved. So whatever the extra item you have included in your project, but still again there is deviation in that extra item also. जे तुम्ही एक्स्ट्रा आयटम वाढवले त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा जर तुम्ही अजून काही व्हॅरिएशन केलं, म्हणजे सपोज मला 10 सिमेंटच्या बॅग वाढवायच्या होत्या. ठीक आहे, अल्ट्राटेकच्या मी वाढवणार होतो, पण अल्ट्राटेक मिळत नाही म्हणून मी जेके सुपर सिमेंट साठी जातोय. मग हे काय होतंय, तुमच्या कंपनीमध्ये डेव्हिएशन होतंय. कंपनीमध्ये डेव्हिएशन झालं म्हणजे तुमच्या मटेरियल मध्ये सुद्धा डेव्हिएशन ऑफकोर्स होणार. ठीक आहे, तर हे डेव्हिएशन अगेन इट शॅल गेट अप्रूव्ड फ्रॉम द कन्सर्न गव्हर्नमेंट और कन्सर्न ऑथॉरिटीज. Okay, and that is what we are going to input in our extra item registers. If you are going to see the table, serial number, then description of the item, then quantity of the extra item, rate for the extra item, total amount for the extra item. How you are going to determine the total amount? Total amount is equals to quantity multiplied by the unit rate for that particular item. Then whether the drawings are received, yes or no, whatever it may be. Then a reference to for the approval number, whether it is approved or not, a reference to the payment, whether the payment you have done or not, and then your signature. So this is for all about the extra items. Then test results of the materials. Okay, now I think I have cleared you. I have given you a very nice idea about the test results. See what they have mentioned. The test shall be for the both physical and chemical properties. Okay, test shall be for both physical and chemical properties. Test shall be for the all materials that are used in the construction. Test shall be carried out at a laboratory approved by consultant or client. As I said earlier, once again I'm going to repeat that approved laboratory. सी इफ यू आर डुईंग ए प्रायव्हेट जॉब और प्रायव्हेट वर्क, तुम्ही एखाद्याचं घराचं बांधकाम करायला घेतलेलं आहे, ठीक आहे, तुम्ही स्वतः एक बिल्डर आहात, देन यू कॅन गिव्ह whatever the testing material work of material testing to the any engineering college or any consultancy firm. Okay, but if you are doing a government project, then in the government projects there is a norm. 50% material you can test in your own lab, 30% material you have to test from NABL accredited labs, and 20% material you can test from any engineering college or any other private consultancy firm. Okay. Okay. So government agency, they are PWD, they are having their own laboratory. ठीक आहे, त्यांच्या स्वतःचे लॅब असतात पीडब्ल्यूडीच्या, कुठल्याही कन्सर्न ऑथॉरिटीच्या. ओके, हा नियम आहे गव्हर्नमेंट प्रोजेक्टसाठी आणि तुमच्या प्रायव्हेट प्रोजेक्टसाठी, असा वेगवेगळा नियम आहे आणि हा नियम व्हॅरी करतोय. ठीक आहे, तुमचं काम गव्हर्नमेंट आहे, सेमी गव्हर्नमेंट आहे, कम्प्लिटली प्रायव्हेट आहे 100% का 100% गव्हर्नमेंट प्रोजेक्ट आहे, हा पीपीई प्रोजेक्ट आहे म्हणजे पब्लिक प्रायव्हेट पार्टनरशिप वरचा प्रोजेक्ट आहे, तर दीज नॉर्म्स आर डिफरंट. याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला अभ्यास करण्याची गरज नाही. तुमचं व्हॉट एव्हर द अग्रीमेंट विच इज डन और व्हॉट एव्हर द टेंडर यू हॅव गॉट, in that they have clearly described you that how much material you are going to test from the private labs or private consultancy firms or private engineering colleges, how much percentage of material you are going to test in your own lab, and how much material you are going to test in NABL accredited lab. Now what is this NABL accredited lab? NABL stands for the National Accreditation Board for Laboratories. What is NABL? NABL stands for National Accreditation Board of Laboratories. So whatever the labs that we are having, it should get NABL approval. Okay. Now in our department also, we have started work to get the approval from the NABL committees. Okay, our concrete technology lab, our transportation engineering lab, geotechnical engineering lab, because major consultancy work belongs to these three labs and some lab also. Okay, so now we have started to work on it to get the NABL approval. Okay, so that we can fetch the government clients also, government projects also for the consultancy, and that will improve our knowledge more than what our expectations are. Okay, then the contractor may establish a laboratory with the approval of client and consultant. As I said earlier, the contractor should have his own laboratory. Now, if you visit any RMC plant, you can see the quality checking or laboratory is there. Here also in Siddewadi, you have gone, you have visited that RMC plant and you have seen their lab also. Okay, I hope you have seen that. Then this test shall be conducted in addition to the test certificates issued by the manufacturers. These tests shall be conducted periodically, please remember this sentence, or at a specified frequency as mentioned in the respective codes or as directed by the engineer in charge. As I said earlier, for every 5 meter cube of concrete, you need to check the quality of concrete. For every 5 meter cube. Just one example I am going to give. Now, likewise, whatever the material we are using at specified frequency, we need to check it. असं नाही की बाबा एकदाच मी विटा आणून ठेवल्या तर त्याच विटा मी सगळ्या प्रोजेक्टसाठी फार 6 महिने झाले तरी मी त्याच विटा वापरतोय, नाही. सिमेंटचा तर प्रश्नच येत नाही, प्रत्येक 2 महिन्याला नवीन तुम्हाला फ्रेश सिमेंटच वापरावं लागतं. पण जे इतर काही मटेरियल तुम्ही वापरणार आहात, हे मटेरियल स्पेसिफाईड झाल्याशिवाय, अप्रूव्ड झाल्याशिवाय की हे मटेरियल क्वालिटीचं आहे, त्याशिवाय तुम्ही ते मटेरियल साईट वरती वापरू शकत नाही. त्यासाठी स्पेसिफाईड फ्रिक्वेन्सीज आहेत. ठीक आहे, या फ्रिक्वेन्सीज तुमच्या SAR मध्ये आहेत. मी तुम्हाला दाखवतो त्या फ्रिक्वेन्सी किती आहेत, म्हणजे किती मीटर क्यूबला किती मटेरियल टेस्ट झालं पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, आणि हे डिपेंड करतं, असं काही नाही की ते SAR मध्ये दिलंय म्हणून त्याच स्टँडर्ड आहे. तुमचा जो क्लायंट इंजिनियर असणार आहे, तो क्लायंट इंजिनियर तुम्हाला सजेस्ट करेल की किती रिपिटेटिव्ह सायकल झाल्या पाहिजे सर मटेरियल चेकिंग साठी. ठीक आहे, देन separate folios or registered shall be opened for each material for easy checking. So for each material we should have the separate register. The cost of the test shall be borne by the contractor unless otherwise specified and agreed by the client. Okay, द कॉस्ट ऑफ द टेस्ट शॅल बी बॉर्न बाय द कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर. जो कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर आहे हे त्यालाच पैसे भरावे लागतात, कॉन्ट्रॅक्टरलाच भरावे लागतात पैसे मटेरियल चेकिंगचे, unless and otherwise specified or agreed by the client. Then they have given the example also: a brick, one test for each source of manufacture, or two tests for every 1 lakh bricks, and one test for every additional 2 lakh bricks. ब्रिक्स मध्ये सगळ्यात महत्वाची टेस्ट कुठली आहे रे, तर ते सुद्धा स्पेसिफाय केलेली आहे. ब्रिक मध्ये सगळ्यात महत्वाची टेस्ट असते तुमची वॉटर ऍब्सॉर्प्शन, देन इफ्लोरेसन्स अँड कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह स्ट्रेंथ. ओके, सी फॉर एव्हरी 1 lakh bricks we are going to take the 2 cycles of the bricks. ठीक आहे, for a big project, sir, that is whatever the example we have put, I have put over here is for the big project, that is building projects. It may be less than that also frequency. Then for RCC, once a day or as desired slump test. Slump test is mandatory whenever you have casted the concrete, new concrete, you need to take slump test for that particular concrete. Then coarse aggregate for every 45 meter cube and part thereof for RCC work and desired for the rest of the works. So generally, these are general thumb rules. For every 45 meter cube, you need to check the coarse aggregates. Then sand, for every 20 meter cube, we need to check the properties of the sand. Some properties they have mentioned like silt content, bulking of the sand, and particle size distribution. That is called as gradation of your sand. You are going to determine the value of CC, coefficient of curvature, CV, coefficient of what that we called as CV stands for CU, coefficient of uniformity, that you are going to identify. D square by 60 watt, that formula you are using by using that. So particle size distribution, bulking, silt content, along with this OMC is mandatory, MDD is mandatory, that is optimum moisture content, determination of optimum moisture content, determination of maximum dry density, using sand replacement or core cutter method, whatever you generally while working on the site we are using core cutters, not sand replacement. Core cutters is the most feasible method. Anyone can go take the core and get it tested. Okay, soil साठी ठीक आहे, आपण तर भरपूर करतो core cutter test. So these are some tests been mentioned. Then other registers. The next part that we are going to deal is other registers. Other registers which includes logbook for the machineries to be used. So there is a separate register for the machineries. Then registers, display boards as required by the Labor Commission. As I said earlier, there should be signboards or the display boards when your site work is going on. Okay, you have seen the signboards, stay safe, work is in progress, or for the laborers, please use helmet, keep a distance of 3 meters from the JCB. Likewise, signboards, some safety boards are there, always there, whenever you are going to meet any particular site. So that is been allocated by the Labor Commission, that is for the labors, and for the materials, we are having different signboards or warning boards. Then daily progress report, we call it as DPR or daily project report. Then daily labor report also is there, because how many laborers are has worked today, they have completed their job, how many of them are skilled workers, how many of them are unskilled workers, what is the count of female workers, what is the count of male workers, who is the Bisti. Bisti means the person who is sprinkling the water on the site. So daily register, there should be a register for the laborers also, to mark their attendance, to mark what they have done today in their 8 hours. Okay, फुकट बसून कोणीही पगार देत नाही. ठीक आहे, तुमचं काम तिथं नोंदणी केली जाते, तुम्हाला कुठल्या कामासाठी तुम्हाला अलोकेट केलेलं आहे. फक्त वीट वाहने असेल, वाळू चालणे असेल, कॉन्क्रिटिंग करणं असेल, ब्रिक वर्क असेल, ठीक आहे, चेक घेण्याचं काम असेल, लेआउट टाकण्याचं काम असेल, जे काय असेल ते. देन रजिस्टर्स ऑफ रिजेक्शन्स, कुठलं मटेरियल जर रिजेक्ट झालेलं असेल तर त्याबद्दलचं रजिस्टर असणं सेपरेट असलं पाहिजे. देन रजिस्टर ऑफ द डॅमेज्ड आयटम्स आफ्टर द रिसिप्ट. ओके, then next is Uh, yes, there is one example for a particular project. Site diary, what they have mentioned. See, contract number is not there. Client, project title is Satyavani Green Homes. Okay. Date, what when they have started, 28/7/2014. Work description they have mentioned. Then weather conditions, morning, good, cloudy, raining, it's cloudy. From timing, we can put the time also. Description, cement, unit is bags, present or up to the previous is 225, आधी 255 बॅग होत्या. ठीक आहे. आफ्टरनून सेशनला त्याचं वेदर कसं होतं, गुड होतं, क्लाउडी होतं का रेनिंग होतं, क्लाउडी वेदर आहे. रिमार्क्स, 4 टन 2.83 मीटर क्यूब. ठीक आहे. सो किती ऍग्रिगेट यूज केलेले आहेत आणि किती मॅन पॉवर किती होते, 14 मॅन पॉवर किंवा कुलीज किती होते, मेल कुलीज और फिमेल कुलीज म्हणा किंवा लेबर्स म्हणा, ट्रॅक्टर्स किती होते, वॉटर टँक्स किती होते, वर्क प्रोग्रेस, एस्टरडेचा प्लॅन. हे बघा, प्रिपेअर्ड बाय के सतीश kumar, who is the project engineer, agreed by. So likewise you have to do this. See another few tables. It is just for your ready reference. कशा पद्धतीनं डेटा पुट केलेला असतो. स्लॅब युनिट काय, स्क्वेअर फीट मध्ये. टोटल स्लॅब एरिया किती आहे, 14,278 स्क्वेअर फीट. ठीक आहे. बॅलन्स 14,228. फुटिंग एक्सकॅव्हेशन युनिट काय, नंबर्स. टोटल स्लॅब एरिया और फुटिंग नंबर्स, किती फुटिंग टाकल्यात, 52 फुटिंग त्या कन्स्ट्रक्ट केलेले आहेत. कम्प्लिटेड अप टू द प्रिव्हियस डे 52 कम्प्लिटेड आहेत. क्युम्युलेटिव्ह किती येणार आहेत, 52. बॅलन्स काय असणार आहे का, नाही, त्याच दिवशी काम कम्प्लीट केलंय म्हणून. ठीक आहे. सी द शिअर वॉल शटरिंग नंबर्स. टोटल शटरिंगचे नंबर किती टाकायला पाहिजे होते, 10. कम्प्लीट किती केलेत, 7. रिमेनिंग किती आहेत, 3. सो लाईकवाईज यू हॅव टू प्रिपेअर all the particular whatever the work you are doing, you have to input all the work which you have done. Okay. Then weekly progress report for that particular project. This is just one project case study I have taken for you, the ready reference. Okay. Timely completion, physical completion. See the project phase, when they have started, end date is 31st of March 2011. So these are the few pictures for that particular project. Last week, this week, that is progress they want to mention. See the progress. Okay. LW1, L stands for your level 11. Column casting is in progress. L11, slab shuttering is in progress. Okay, so some pictures are there. See the dates, 24 of Feb 2010, 23rd of March 2010. So the progress you can put it, and you have to maintain such pictures also. It is not like that you haven't clicked any single picture, because in your audit it is mandatory for you to show the progress bars, and for showing that you need to click the pictures of every day, whatever the work which is going on with date. See the dates they have mentioned also. Okay. So some pictures are there. Door handwear fixtures, so fixing of the door walls. Okay. So false ceiling work, everything they have mentioned. Backfilling, plumbing work, every pictures you need to click. See the dashboard, proposed work and completed work. Okay. See the quantity for the 2 plan weeks. This is the planning which they have done for that particular project, scheduled work. So likewise you have to complete that particular project. I am having a little master plan of this project. Just a minute, I will find it. See, budget also they have, how nicely they have distributed. What are the total budget for the site clearance, demolition, buildings, internal electrical supply, internal water supply, lightning protection, hot water, summer applications, refrigeration, AC, flexible payment, rigid payment, road or the paths. Very nicely they have done. Likewise, you have to do like this. This is the master scheduler for that particular project. How they have going to complete. I will just zoom out. Hmm? so that you will have some good idea about this. Just 10 minutes are running left. See, see here, they have put the numbers, months, October, November, December. See my cursor which is rolling. Okay, I can use the highlighter also. Just a minute. Mm. See, October, September, October. See the highlighter, which is scrolling. September, October, November, December, January, Feb, up to the December. This is for 2014. Now this is for 2015 also. Okay, and this is nothing but the scheduling. And once again, I will give you some examples of the scheduling which are been there. Uh, this is date wise scheduling, start date and finish date. Okay, so date of handling the site for phase 1, start date is 4th of October 2013. Okay, then site clearance and development, demolition, see the phase 2. So likewise you have to maintain everything, setting out of building, excavation, starting date, end date, and whatever these things you have mentioned over here, just you need to highlight it this in the bar chart. Okay, is it clear to everyone? So once again, I will share another few examples. I am having plenty of examples for such cases. I just want to give some highlight about this. A master schedule. This is monthly progress, overall resources. At this stage, we are not going to belong with this. See, okay, chalo, one example I can give you. See the here on the top side, setup laboratory and mixed design. What is planned at 17, 12, 13? What is target they have achieved? Completed. Procurement of the material for the 3 months म्हणजे मटेरियल परचेस करणे 3 महिन्यासाठी मटेरियल घेणं आहे. कधी चालू केलंय? 2nd of January 2013. ओके, completed or procurement of 3 months achieved किती आहे? 10% अचीव केले. मोबिलायझेशन ऑफ अर्थवर्क अँड कॉन्क्रीट इव्हेंट 2/1/2014 म्हणजे पुढच्या वर्षी 80% अचीव केलेलं आहे. ठीक आहे. So likewise you can give it in the percentage manner also. This is just additional part that I want to discuss with you. During this is monthly progress report. I will show some simple formats. This is somewhat complicated because it's a big project we are having. See the footing over here, see the reinforcement, how they have tied up. See PCC at this particular portion, and then they are going to start the footing for the same. Okay, so monthly cash flow by using bar charts. That is why I told you, I'm reminding you, please start to learn Excel for your whole professional career. You should have a good knowledge about the Excel, Microsoft Excel. If not, start to learn from today only. Okay. See, slum test as acceptance criteria they have mentioned IS 456 2000. This is the older one. Then each batch of concrete shall be tested for the consistency. Method of sampling they have mentioned. Okay, compressive strength again as per IS 456 2000. Fine aggregate, they have mentioned test plan for the fine aggregate. Sieve analysis. What is the acceptance criteria as per IS 383? Okay, sampling frequency they have mentioned. Silt content for every 214 meter cube per truck. Okay, moisture content, deleterious material, coals and lignites, clay slump. One test per source. Everything we have to mention like this. Like in this fashion, we have to prepare all charts for the frequency of the test that we need to carry out whenever we are working on the site. I hope now this is clear to you because all tests they have mentioned. See for the reinforcement, chemical properties, carbon content, sulfur, phosphorus, yield stress, ultimate tensile strength, elongation percentage, bend and rebend. Whatever I told you is nothing but this. Okay. Sampling frequency they have mentioned also. This is for this particular project, so don't consider this is the final sampling frequency. For every project, we are having the different sampling frequency. तपासणीसाठी वेगवेगळी frequency असते, but tests are not going to be changed. These are remain constant. Okay, and their acceptance criteria also remain constant. बाइंडिंग वायर साठी गेज आहे, ठीक आहे. देन ब्रिक साठी acceptance criteria IS 1077, dimensional tolerance 2%, water absorption maximum 20%. See, 15 bricks for every 50,000 numbers. Acceptance criteria, sampling frequency they have mentioned in this particular part. So likewise, you have to prepare all such things, all such documents with you for your project. It is not only frequency of preparing the checklist also they have mentioned. Okay, checklist number 1, checklist for site layout एकदाच बनवायची आहे. Checklist for inspection of excavation, one time. Checklist for anti-termite treatment, one for every segment. Checklist for inspection of backfilling, one per 250 square meter area. म्हणजे बघा, त्या चेकलिस्ट सुद्धा आपल्याला किती वेळेस तयार कराव्या लागतात. ज्या चेकलिस्ट मी तुम्हाला डिस्कस केल्या त्या चेकलिस्ट सुद्धा आपल्याला किती वेळेस तयार कराव्या लागतात. Checklist for concrete pour card. See this. Okay. Once again, I can use the highlighter. See, checklist for the concrete pour card. Before every concrete pour, प्रत्येक कॉन्क्रीट टाकायच्या आधी तुम्हाला हे चेकलिस्ट कॉन्क्रीटची तयार करावी लागते. मग त्याच्यामध्ये ग्रेड ऑफ मटेरियल असेल आणि त्याच्या फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज असतील. ठीक आहे. त्यानंतर चेकलिस्ट फॉर सिमेंट मॉर्टर फॉर एव्हरी डे वर्क. प्रत्येक दिवशी सिमेंट मॉर्टर म्हणजे जे प्लास्टरिंग करणार आहात. चेकलिस्ट फॉर पेंटिंग प्रत्येक दिवसाला असली पाहिजे त्याची चेकलिस्ट. ठीक आहे. चेकलिस्ट फॉर वुडन, मेटल और डोर अँड विंडो फ्रेम फिक्सिंग. चेकलिस्ट पर फ्लोर प्रत्येक फ्लोरला असली पाहिजे. ठीक आहे. Then drawing checked or approved, yes or no, whatever the remark. ठीक है. Conclusion by the observations, engineer activities satisfactory or not. See the 3 signs for contractor, for client and project manager, project management consultant. As I said earlier, only you are not the responsible. Over you, this client engineer and this PMC will work on you. Okay, he will monitor your work, all every work they are going to monitor. Checklist for inspection of the excavation. This is the format for the checklist. Okay, I can discuss this one format. See, first format is checklist for the site layout. इथूनच सुरुवात करतो आपण आपल्या प्रोजेक्टची. मग साइट लेआउट साठी काय चेकलिस्ट आहे. फर्स्ट चेकलिस्ट इज द ड्रॉइंग, वेदर द ड्रॉइंग इज चेक्ड अँड अप्रूव्ड, yes or no. Reference points are well established. Reference point how you are going to mark using total station. ग्रिड टाकलं जातं. टोटल स्टेशन ग्रिड म्हणजे फक्कीच मारली जाते. छोटी छोटी अशी जाळी तयार करतात. ठीक आहे. 1x1 चा ग्रिड असतो, नेहमी लक्षात ठेवायचा. 1 मीटर बाय 1 मीटर. आणि जर मोठा प्रोजेक्ट असेल तर 5 मीटर बाय 5 मीटरचे ग्रिड टाकले जातात. ठीक आहे. रेफरन्स पॉइंट्स म्हणून. ओके, हे फक्त रेफरन्स साठी आहे. याचा काही नंतर साइट एक्झिक्युशन सिंपल जावं त्यासाठी असतात हे. त्यानंतर all the boundary points and all important points are established on the ground and traverse is closed. As I said earlier, using total station you can do this. Then all the distances, heights are properly measured. Once again, there is role of surveyor. Temporary benchmark TBM is established or not. This is checklist for the site layout. Please remember this checklist. This is the checklist for the site layout. You can take the picture of the same, or else my YouTube all video lectures are available on my channel. So please subscribe it and share it also if you want. Otherwise subscribe, or otherwise just watch it video. Okay, if you have missed out some part. Okay, and link also, study material link. I am updating every day. I think only last 2 lectures I have not updated. Today I am going to update all my lectures. Okay, only 1 or 2 lecture is remain. So this is checklist for the site layout. Then we will study the next checklist. Checklist for the inspection of excavation work. Now once again we are having the less than 1 minute. So if meeting ends, please rejoin the meeting using the same link and immediately. Don't take that much time, more than 5 minutes. Don't waste. We will begin with this part. Okay, checklist for the excavation. Our meeting ends in a short few seconds only. So we'll resume here. We'll stop here for this time, and once again we will rejoin this meeting, and we will discuss the whole part.